bigger is better. An American ideal, an American concept is that we have to constantly be advancing, getting better. And when we do, then we will be happy. Then we will be successful. Then we will find joy, what we've long been thirsting for. Bigger is better. Let's look particularly just culturally as Catholics. When Catholics came to the United States of America, after our nation was founded, we were poor. We lived in Catholic ghettos and in the slums. We were often actually uneducated. We did the grunt work that built a lot of the infrastructure of our nation. And of course, those Catholic parents said, well, we want something better for our children. So we built what is now known as the Catholic school system. One of the most successful school systems in the whole entire world. To educate our children so they can get an education and advance in life. Then we built the university system. So we could get advanced degrees. And we could go from being workers to being managers, and doctors, and lawyers, and professionals. Now, if we look at the average Catholic in the United States of America, they live in the middle class or the upper middle class, or might even considered to be one of the rich and the elite. Do it quick, just in your own mind. How many of you have a college degree? Did your parents have a college degree? Did your grandparents have a college degree? As parents, do we not desire something bigger and better for our children? Do we not often parent with a very direct intent to not have our children endure what we endure? We want them to have comfort, we want them to have joy, we want them to have ease, we want them to have success. We don't want them to have to suffer. And so we made very deliberate choices. Last weekend, many of you dropped your children off at college, or your children made their way to college in the vehicle that you most likely bought for them. Because that's what we do. On college campuses, the normal first week of college questions have been asked 1,000 times to your students. What happens during the first week of college? Everyone introduces themselves. Hi, my name's Jonathan. Hi, my name's Lulu. And then you always ask the exact same questions. Where are you from? What are you majoring in? And then you put people in boxes. They're a city dweller, they're a suburban kid, they're a country kid, they're studying this major, and you begin to move on with your life. Current juniors and seniors in high school are going to be asked on a daily basis, from here to the day of graduate, what are you doing next year? Where are you studying next year? Have you applied for scholarships? What are you doing? So just imagine right now if you are parents, or a grandparent, or a cousin, or a godparent, or maybe even a high school student, and you ask one of your fellow classmates, or you ask your son or your daughter, or your grandchild, or your friend, so what do you do next year? And this is their response. Well, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a chemist. So when you're in college and you get a degree, and you get a job, and have a house, and have a pool, a man cave. I'm going to move out on the good side of town, and have great friends and associate with those who have done well for themselves. Will we not look at this young person and say, oh, they've caught the American spirit, the American dream. They're searching for something bigger and better than themselves. Thanks be to God. So what if you were talking to that same individual and you said, so what are you doing next year? What's your goal for yourself? And this person's response was as follows. Well, want to move away. I'm actually going to move into the slums. I want to find the poorest city in the world, and that's where I want to live. I'm not going to go to college. In fact, I don't even want to get a job. My friends, well, I hope to associate with people who have mental illnesses, with former drug dealers, prostitutes. I don't want that. In fact, my dream is just to sleep on the floor every single night. Would you praise that young person? Or would you think that they have gone crazy? Our world is convinced that bigger is better, that advancement is the key to success. And yet our readings today boldly say that smaller and simpler will bring you joy. This week our world will pause, and our world will cast its eyes upon Mother Teresa of Calcutta. In 1 week from today, on September 4th, at St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican, Pope Francis will canonize Blessed Mother Teresa of Calcutta, and she will no longer be Blessed Teresa of Calcutta. She will now be known as Saint Teresa of Calcutta, as she is exalted and lifted up by the church, and in fact, I will say exalted by the whole entire world, as being a woman who chose to fulfill today's readings. Today's gospel passage boldly says, the one who humbles himself will be exalted. And today's first reading said, humble yourself the more, the greater that you are, and you will find favor with God. Imagine Mother Teresa going to a high school reunion. 25 years after she graduated from high school, everybody's walking around telling what they're doing and what they've done. And Mother Teresa says, well, what do? I pick up dead bodies off the street. I bathe people who have maggots on their body. I wipe fecal matter off of human bodies every single day. I feed children who are starving, who've been abandoned on the street. And I've chosen to live in Calcutta, not because that's where my husband is, not because that's where my family is. In fact, I've gone far away from my family, my friends, to live in Calcutta, but because Calcutta is the poorest place in the world. And that's where I deliberately choose to live. I have no bed, I sleep on the floor, and my friends are the mentally ill. The sick, the dying, the lame. And yet, my heart is filled with joy. Mother Teresa boldly proclaims to the world that when we humble ourselves, when we choose to be small, when we choose to be simple, then we are exalted. I can tell you the name of Mother Teresa, but I probably can't tell you the name of many of her high school classmates, even those who became doctors and nurses. As our world pauses and looks at Mother Teresa, I have no doubt that she will be claimed as a champion for humanitarian efforts. She will be claimed as a champion for social reform. She will be claimed as a woman who began a tremendous movement now known as the Missionaries of Charity, who serve all throughout the world in places that are considered to be places of great poverty. And yet I wonder whether they will ever make reflections upon why Mother Teresa did this. Why did Mother Teresa deliberately choose to live in Calcutta? Why did she choose to care for the poorest of the poor? Why did she choose to live and dwell with those who are sick and suffering? The answer to this question is essential. Mother Teresa did these things, and Mother Teresa's community continues to do these things because she she fell in love with Jesus Christ. And she realized who Jesus was. Mother Teresa went to Mass every single day. Mother Teresa made a holy hour in front of the Blessed Sacrament every single day. And Mother Teresa lived an intense life of prayer, particularly consecrated to the Blessed Virgin Mary. And it was there that Mother Teresa fell in love with our Lord, who is the King of humility. We believe that our Lord Jesus Christ is God, who chose to become a man. There is nothing more humbling than that. We can't even make an analogy of what this means, that God, the creator of the universe, God, the creator of the stars, God, the creator of life, God, the creator of everything, became a human being. In a terrible analogy, it's like me choosing to become an ant or a maggot, or even worse, a cat. Which is just foul to be thinking about. But this is what our Lord did. And not only did he become a man and die on the cross, but then every single day upon this altar, God becomes bread and wine. And he humbles himself so that the God of the whole entire universe can enter into us. Why did Mother Teresa humble herself? Why did she give of herself? Why did she choose to dwell among the sick and the suffering and the naked and the deprived and the abandoned? Because our Lord did even more in choosing to dwell among you and me. It is, and it was her love of the Eucharist, her love of our Lord, her love of the Mass, her love of the creator of the whole entire world who humbled himself, that she patterned her life after. One of my favorite stories of Mother Teresa was when she brought the missionaries of charity to the United States of America. For any of the religious sisters, the missionaries of charity, to come to a city, the city first has to demographically meet certain standards that allows it to be considered to be a place of extreme poverty. We do, by the way, have missionaries of charity in Indianapolis on the Near East side. The missionaries of charity, in their early days of coming to America, were coming to New York City. The Cardinal Archbishop of New York at the time was Cardinal O'Connor. Cardinal O'Connor was ecstatic. Mother Teresa had chosen New York City to be a place where her sisters would come and serve. He found benefactors, he found donors, and they purchased a small apartment building where the sisters would both live and also minister to the poorest of the poor. The donors and the benefactors and Cardinal O'Connor paid for this apartment complex to be rewired, and had the plumbing redone, and they repainted it, they recarpeted it, they put in furniture, and they got it all ready. Mother Teresa arrived from Calcutta, and she was met by Cardinal O'Connor and the benefactors and the trustees, and they showed her this wonderful place where they could do their missionary work here in the United States of America. Mother Teresa walked throughout the facilities, and as she finished the tour, she looked at Cardinal O'Connor in front of all the benefactors who had paid for this work. And she said, "I thank you very much. But now I ask of you, please remove all the furniture. Please rip out this carpet. For we can have nothing that the poor do not have. The people that we will serve sleep on the streets and on the floor, and we will do the same. They do not have beds, they do not have furniture, and neither will we." Mother Teresa made a deliberate decision in her life to humble herself, to be like our Lord Jesus Christ, the King of humility, who chose to humble himself by becoming a man. What do we ask of our young people? Do we invite our young people to be people of humility? Or do we set them up for a plan to be exalted here on earth, to only be humble later in life? If you ask a young person, why did they get good grades in high school? They'll tell you, I need to get good grades, because then I can get scholarships. I I need to get scholarships because then I can go to college. I need to go to college so that I can get a job. I need to get a job so that I can make money. I need to make money because that'll make me happy. It's been ingrained in our American mind that bigger and better and finances will bring them joy. I believe that Mother Teresa points another way. It says when we choose to serve, when we choose to be people of humility, God will exalt us, and God will give us joy. All of us in our own way are invited to follow the pattern of this woman who deliberately chose, willfully chose, to live a life patterned after our Lord Jesus Christ. You might say, well, Father, I am what I am. But in our own ways, can't we make our choices? I'm not saying that the world doesn't need doctors and nurses and lawyers. It does. And thanks be to God for those who choose that path. But how do we live our lives? Do we live our lives in simplicity? Or do we live our lives in busyness, constantly striving, thinking that a world of materialism will make us happy, and that will bring us joy? What about even just today? How do you live today? How many of us become convinced that the busier and the bigger that our schedules are, the happier that we'll be? The more that we do one day will bring us more joy. Is it not true that we do find more joy when we just spend time relaxing with our family and our friends? When we aren't running here or there, we have the time to just be with one another. As our world pauses and honors Mother Teresa this week, may we pray through her intercession that Blessed Mother Teresa of Calcutta, soon to be saint, Mother Teresa of Calcutta, will lead us to follow the humble way. That we will be convinced that bigger and better is not always the case, but that smaller and simpler is the way of the gospel. Jesus says that the one who humbles himself will be exalted. May the exaltation of Mother Teresa this week remind us to follow the footsteps of Jesus and choose to be humble.